In the previous lecture, we have already studied the two properties of charge, that is additive nature of charge and quantization of charge. Here in this lecture, we will study the third property of charge, that is conservation of charge. In physics, there are so many quantity which are conserved. There are many conservation laws. In mechanics, you have studied the conservation of momentum, conservation of mass, conservation of energy. Similarly, in the nature, the total charge of the universe is conserved. It says that we cannot create a new charge or we cannot destroy a charge from the universe. So, what can we do? We can only transfer the charge from one body to another body, and total charge in an isolated system remains constant. Next one is very important, that is Coulomb's law. We know the like charges will repel and unlike charges will attract each other. So, whenever we talk about attraction or repulsion, that means there is a force which is attracting or repelling an object, right? Now, we will talk about that force. That force is nothing but electric force or electrostatic force which arises due to electric charges. So, to study about this electric force, we have to study Coulomb's law. So, Coulomb's law state that the the electric force between two stationary point charges when they are separated with a distance r. So, what is point charge? The charges whose dimension are very small compared to the distance between them. Coulomb's law says that if there are 2 point charges q1 and q2 separated at a distance r from each other, then an electric force is experienced along the line joining two charges. This force is along the line joining the two charges. So, the electrostatic force is a central force. This is a central force. So, what is the magnitude of that force? According to Coulomb's law, this force between the 2 point charge is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of two charges, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So, if Q1 is increased by 3 times suppose and Q2 is increased by 2 times suppose, then the resultant force experienced by each other will be Q1 into Q2, that is 3 into 2, that is the force will be increased by 6 times. And if we increase the distance between 2 point charges, then the force will decrease. The force will decrease, and it is inverse square law. Inverse square law. So we can say F, magnitude of force, is equal to K into Q1 Q2 upon R square. This K is nothing but a constant of proportionality. Constant of proportionality called electrostatics force constant. The value of K depends upon the medium. The medium, that is, the charged objects are immersed in. The SI system, in SI system, the value of K is experimentally found that it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon r. So, What is permittivity? Permittivity is the characteristics of a medium. It is the characteristics of a medium due to which it absorbs certain effect of this charge. To understand this permittivity, let's take an example. Suppose Q1 and Q2 are two charges, point charges present, and there is a medium in between these two point charges. Suppose Q1 is intending a force and the amount of force is suppose 100, and this Q1 is intending this force on Q2, and here is the medium. Here is the medium. This medium may be air, it may be oil, it may be mica, like that. This medium absorbs many of them. This medium absorbs many of them. So, how much force will reach on Q2? Suppose this medium will absorb 40. This medium will absorb 40. So, only 60 will reach on Q2. So, 100 force was actually intending, but only 60 force was applied on Q2, and the rest 40, the medium has allowed itself or permitted itself to absorb. So, by so force is inversely proportional to epsilon or epsilon n. More is the permittivity, less will be the force. So again come to the topic. The Coulomb force or the electrostatics force F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square, and experimental, and K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon r, and the value of K is approximately 9 into 10 to the power 9. So what is the unit of this K, electrostatics force constant? The unit, to find the unit of K, here K is equal to, from this equation, K is equal to F R square divided by Q1 into Q2. The unit of force is Newton. This is distance, that means it is measured in meter in SI system. So meter into meter, that is meter square. Here charge, the unit of charge is coulomb, so coulomb into coulomb, that is coulomb square. So unit of this K or 1 by 4 pi epsilon r is equal to Newton meter square coulomb square inverse. In CJ system, this value of K is equal to 1. Now, unit, dimension and value of epsilon r, that is permittivity at free space. We know F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon r Q1 Q2 upon R square. So, epsilon r is equal to 1 by 4 pi f Q1 Q2 upon R square. So, what is the unit? That is, unit is 1 by, the unit of force is Newton, that is, the unit of charge is coulomb into coulomb, that, and the unit of the distance, that is meter, or this is meter square. So the unit will be, that is Newton inverse coulomb square inverse, sorry, that is coulomb square and meter square inverse. This unit is just opposite to the unit of K, because K is inversely proportional to epsilon r. Now the dimension of epsilon r. So we know epsilon r is equal to 1 by 4 pi f q1 q2 upon r square. So the dimension of q1 is a into t, that is, and q2 is also a into t, and this is meter square, that is the unit of the dimension of force is m1 l1 t minus 2 into, that is, l square. So it will be m minus 1 l minus 3 t 4 and a 2. So what is the value of this epsilon r? We know k is equal to electrostatic force constant. K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon r. So epsilon r is equal to 1 by 4 pi k, and it will be 1 by 4 into pi. The value of pi is 3.14 into the value of k is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square Coulomb square inverse, the unit of k, and it will be 8 into 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. If it will go to upper side numerator, then it will be Newton inverse Coulomb square and meter square inverse. This is all about Coulomb's law. Here, in this lecture, we studied how much force experienced by 2-point charges, and we have calculated the magnitude of this force. Since force is a vector quantity, in the next lecture we will study Coulomb's law in vector form. Coulomb's law in vector form. Thank you.